I'm dreading. And at least this show doesn't have a moment of bliss. Then later, Baron Corbin take to face the Fiend at Royal Rumble. We're in Motown. It's
your first round down of 2019.
Tonight, 3 worthy challengers will for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. This is a triple threat match scheduled for one. Introducing Daniel Bryan.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, but in this case, maybe he has changed Daniel Bryan's movement. And he wants the Fiend for the Universal Championship. Help start SmackDown any bigger than this.
One of the next 3 championships. This is a massive, massive matchup.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. And I see you chomping at the bit. Way. Because all these bottom feeders. Now I'm going to make this very simple for all of us. Yes, you and The Miz are terrified. Bray Wyatt and you and The Miz are. But if you think you're going to beat Brain Matter with all your hair, because it's an absolute disgrace that when I beat Roman Reigns, what has done since he's returned. Because only the strongest, most powerful, and that's me. And Daniel, look, just no longer championship material, but is not really an action. When I do, I'm going to take that Universal Championship.
Grab. And King is down. Well, do you blame him? They heard Roman Reigns music play here in Detroit. And Roman Reigns has come to
business out here. King Corbin is scheduled for a very important matchup.
Tucked into the ring post and humiliated this man.
Now is not the time.
Punch off the jaw. Roman Reigns is fired up. This rivalry has been brewing and building for months.
What else was King Corbin supposed to do? He was at
the court, his porters who carried the sedan, run out of the arena.
I have no idea.
We're going to have to sort things out. And we're back live on SmackDown. Supposed to kick off the night with The Miz versus Daniel. Had other ideas. Corey, payback on the mind of the big dog.
On King Corbin, who was preparing for the biggest match in
Roman Reigns would be ready with a right hand. Roman Reigns, hand cut into a ring post and pouring food all over the big dog. Reigns.
Jock King Corbin out of the equation altogether.
Cat-like agility and speed.
Like a big Roman Reigns, you can't let him. You cannot let him get away with this. You need to get your I'm the King. Do your job. Get it postponed. Now you up.
So the question is, Corey, does King Corbin have a point? Should
King Corbin has been preparing and focused on this triple threat matchup. So
Motown! 7-time champs and feel. Yes, it is.
They are still the SmackDown Tag Team 1,024th day that Kofi Kingston is.
Speak for themselves. And as much as I have strong looking at 2/3 of one of the most dominant units sports entertainment has ever out,
let's explain in this progressive match flow. Against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. He got it. Here comes the monster among men.
About to get worse for the Intercontinental Champion.
Sammy.
New Day brought extra. because the monster needs. The following contest is a six-man tag team match, 85 pounds. Braun Strowman.
Intercontinental Championship.
Listen, that was the gift that Braun Strowman requested. When Sami Zayn decides the time is right for Shinsuke to defend, maybe.
Here tonight on SmackDown on Fox. Home and insurance. And by WWE.
To the equation, that is a real game changer. Cesaro! Superman, pound for pound, maybe the strongest athlete in all of WWE. And his tag team partners, Sami Zayn, Nakamura!
You know, Shinsuke Nakamura would go on to say that, I accept all.
When you are the Intercontinental Champion, you possess certain power. There are certain he does not deem ready for such opportunity.
The other interesting point of this match is he's become this liberator for his, quote, artists of not.
To fight for the cause. To step in the ring. This is, yeah, I know.
So it's going to be Big E starting things, gentlemen, of what is going to happen with a situation involving who becomes the number. What else is going to happen? We'll find out later on tonight. Big E tackle by Big E. Tag made Kofi Kingston. And when you talk about Tuver on Cesaro, hook to the leg and a kick out.
No doubt about it from Cap. Kofi's career has really been on fire in 2019.
In the ring now, the king of strong styles as he's known. There's the great Nakamura over the top. Kofi can knock him behind Nakamura.
And a knee right to the spine of
Holy.
How dare you?
Nakamura caused. Joining Cesaro and Nakamura together. Kofi Kingston flying over our announce table. Take another look.
I'm getting happy.
Kingston desperately needs to make a tag, Corey.
I am incredibly impressed with Cesaro.
Kofi trying to crawl his way to his corner. Cesaro does make a tag to the
You can't help but be impressed by how seamlessly Nakamura.
And here comes Cesaro celebrating a birthday today. And what a better way to celebrate a suplex. Cesaro cover now. Forearm in the face, kick out.
Powerful. Sometimes his movements almost look effortless.
You've been in the ring with
Cesaro is just scary.
Kofi Kingston in trouble, although he's able to slide. Cover by Cesaro to put this one away. Hooks the leg at Kingston's feet. Kingston in 2019 during his championship reign. And a big up.
Nakamura, who also one of the most lethal strikers.
Nakamura loves to work in these close quarters as he delivers the knees to the
shouting instructions from the outside, mocking Kofi Kingston. But notice how Nakamura, another obstacle for Kofi to overcome to make a tag.
We're talking about the little wasted motion, separation at all. And Nakamura now abdominal stretch applied on.
For Kofi Kingston being that close to his own corner, but being
ire of Big E.
Mind games from the artist.
And
Shinsuke lining up.
Kofi, and he finds himself an opening.
But does Kofi have enough gas left in the tag is made? Cesaro.
And again, not allowing Kingston. Bravery. Stupid.
Expertly laid plan by Zayn and Cesaro.
Get back body drop, and again trying to make it to the corner, but there's no one on the apron.
Out of country at the moment. Shinsuke with a double arrow.
And now Nakamura. And Big E bowling through Cesaro and saving the matchup for his
attempt. What a kick by Shinsuke. Here it comes.
And Kofi with a double knees. Sami on the apron. Strowman slowly position attack. Hey, buddy, here comes Strowman. And the monster among men with a unique headbutt.
Watch
feed in Detroit. They're used to Zone.
Get out of here, Sami.
Don't hide here. Get away, Shinsuke. Nakamura taking advantage.
Nakamura and Cesaro. Shinsuke's gonna line it up.
Imitated Nakamura.
Shinsuke wanted the Kinshasa knee strike.
Cesaro caught springboard off the second.
Like a cruise missile right to the
barricaded in keeper's area. Turn our attention. And Kingston says, Kofi Kingston. Turnabout's fair play. And Strowman with the power. Strowman and company will
Tag champions, the New Day, and the Intercontinental Champion in the center of the ring.
albeit with Shinsuke and company, we're going to win this matchup.
In his tracks, and then here we go, a blatant cheap shot. The Kofi Kingston slam from a monster among men. 3 seconds.
Hey, Eugene!
You can hear Sami Zayn.
Grievance for what?
Disorderly conduct.
Hold on just a minute. Now everybody knows Braun. Everyone may not know is that monster that the world saw what those hips can do. But tonight, the good people tried.
Come on now. What? Come on, let's see what you got, people.
Careful. His hips has broken out in the Little Caesars Arena.
These hips. I wonder, look at Strowman go.
I will never be able to unsee this.
Braun Strowman and the New Day victorious here tonight. Women's young daughter tonight. Lacey responds. It's the return.
Tonight, she will be in action. Lacey Evans joins forces tonight.
And from what we understand, our broadcast colleague, threat match to determine Bray Wyatt's opponent for the Universal title at the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble.
Disaster would ensue. Corbin was dumped from his court.
All the porters or Corbin's court would run away, leaving him. Corbin and his cronies over the past number of weeks came back with a revenge on.
Let's call it what it truly is. It's sour grapes on the part of Roman Reigns. This was classless. This is not becoming of a
Universal title. Our broadcast colleague, Kayla Braxton, has an update.
Earlier tonight, Corbin is refusing to compete and has demanded. And since Corbin is refusing to compete, The Miz, the one-on-one.
Says King Corbin should not be forced to compete tonight. He had been prepared. He was pretty.
Let's remind everyone why Roman Reigns is so upset. I'm going to take you back to our announce table before his buddy Dolph Ziggler got involved, and he would pull it in. King Corbin would get involved, a complete beatdown, and then for the very proud Roman Reigns.
King Corbin has been cracked. King Corbin as the new locker room leader here on Friday Night SmackDown.
Let's go. My match with Carmella's next.
Wait, so you expect
All over my dress. I couldn't go out there.
All right, well, let me deliver these programs and then I'll...
Oh.
Hey.
Hey, Otis. I've got a match.
She made her famous homemade holiday fruitcake. It's got fruit in it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
That was awkward. The following contest is a Carmella.
Last week when she tapped out Deville, now sets her sights on Deville.
Hi, Mandy. Remember me? The former Sound Women's Champ best friend Sonya tap out last week? Yes, we get it. You're pretty tonight. I'm going to remind you and the entire world.
Will it be Carmella's night or Mandy Rose? Doghouse working New Year's Eve?
Probably. That's the most. New York, Mandy Rose.
So if Mandy and Otis would ever hook up, then you guys could go on tonight versus Carmella. I mean, think about Otis. Last week on Friday Night SmackDown was, quote, the greatest night of his life. Excited that Mandy Rose actually gave him a kiss on his birthday.
So I don't doubt it was the greatest moment of his life.
You would notice that Sonya Deville did not accompany. He wasn't out here for Sonya in her loss last week to Carmella. And Mandy Rose comes out of the box hot.
That began last week. Mella feels like she's been, whoa, she is and what she's capable of.
Yeah, important appear tonight is a
Nice double leg.
The SmackDown Women's Champion will be in action later on tonight.
Knee connects. Down goes Carmella. Mandy Rose looking to wear
Carmella here. So, you know, Mandy.
I would argue that Rose is a superstar, but it's about stringing together a couple of victories. Mandy hasn't necessarily.
Years ago when she was a SmackDown Women's Champion.
In my opinion, Carmella needs to get what she needed to get.
So you think maybe she's become a bit too nice?
Never look like me!
Oh, and Carmella edging trash talking and slaps as well. And now Carmella here.
That was Staten Island showing there for a minute. This is a takedown.
Carmella now in control for Carmella.
Hesitated ever so slightly, and Mandy made her pay.
Shoulders down, is it enough? Mandy at 2.
Nice reversal by Mandy.
Down yet again by Rose, and Carmella will kick out. Again. And Mandy. Kick right to the face by Carmella. We got Mandy Rose and Carmella with the win. So Carmella on a mini winning streak here on Friday night. Now one-on-one. Miz versus Daniel Bryan. The winner to face the...
It's a door. But 9 months ago I left since I watched as other men stepped in to fill this I left behind. Men who could never be worthy of the name champ. Me. But now I'm back, and I'm ready to break down the door.
Well, there's a man who has a long history with Tuesday night on FS1, 11 o'clock Eastern, WWE Backstage. WWE Backstage this Tuesday, 11 Eastern on FS1.
And his opponent, weighing in at 200, The Miz! Between The Miz and Daniel Bryan, two superstars
Whose person's become very personal, not only between these two men, but about getting an opportunity Wyatt has done to The Miz over the past couple of weeks. And The Miz is to face The Fiend next month at
the Universal Championship. The richest prize in the game is on the line.
But presented by Progressive. Bryan Miz one-on-one. In the days of the old NXT when Miz was Daniel Bryan, it's just continued over the past decade. And the feeling out process, these two men.
Both Miz and Daniel. Daniel Bryan, one of the best technical wrestlers.
These superstars, headliners over the past decade here. Oh, Bryan with a kick right to the face.
And it's almost like Bryan has sort of reconnected with his old self long ago.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan touching on it last week, talking about to get to the top of the mountain, rejoin the Yes movement. There's so much at stake here, again, to face kicks off WrestleMania season. And if you win the Universal Championship on that night...
You're right, both of these men love another opportunity to headline WrestleMania.
In middle of the ring and down, and this is a critical moment in take control.
Truly anybody's matchup at this point.
Who the hell, what the... King Corbin sending his cronies out once.
Sedan earlier.
Well, no matter what happened, the bell's rung, and this will be a
double disqualification. How do we know who's going to Royal Rumble?
All right, Corbin, that I guess.
You can't pin this on King Corbin. These men clearly just want to get...
King Corbin, what was that?
That was, they know it too. You know what, matter of fact, why don't you save your sins for Roman Dog running around making this an unsafe work environment? I guess that changes things. I think now, if Roman really had, I'll enter myself back in that triple threat match here tonight. And you know what?
Bryan and The Miz going after King Corbin and his men. Face the Fiend Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Square one, we've got breaking news.
All's well that ends well. We went around versus King Corbin versus Daniel Bryan. The winner, Bray Wyatt.
The King has amazing healing powers when he learned that...
Bliss and her best friend, Nikki Cross.
Bliss back here tonight live.
Detroit. And yes, so we're just gonna jump right in. Nikki, would you like to do the honors?
Say, Southern Belle, Lacey Evans.
Controversial individual here in WWE.
Lacey, welcome to A Moment of Bliss.
Thank you for having me, honey.
And her best friend, Sasha Banks, who you actually, but she was taunting your 6-year-old daughter.
SmackDown, and right there, Lacey is sending to the barricade right in front of a 6-year-old.
Just the kind of human being that Sasha Banks is. Detestable.
And that came to her friend's aid. Lacey, her maternal instinct, Lacey's daughter.
So, Lacey, how does that make you feel seeing that footage back?
But Sasha Banks crossed a line that you do to me. And last week when I heard her yell mama, and I think I speak for every parent and every mother in this entity, the child of a mother, because Mama Bear mode comes out. I don't know what the hell is. It's everything in the world to me, and with that being said, there is nothing in this entire... Sasha Banks put herself there. Walked out of this arena. And while I do gonna sit out here because I am aware of what happens normally on this type of thing, I lack the capability to be a role model for anybody in this arena. So if you'd excuse me, because I'm done with this nonsense.
Well, what Lacey's were very poignant words from Lacey Evans, and you can't blame her, Corey, to allow herself to become a target of two opportunists like Bayley.
The following contest is a women's division tag team meet-up.
What? Wait a minute.
You may be a good mother, but you're...
Bayley once again looking to get the upper hand. Brooke, though, with some fight in her, and Lacey Evans trying to even the odds for the moment. And tag team match here. Friday Night SmackDown on Fox is sponsored by against Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke, and Bayley goes right to work. Have held the SmackDown Women's Championship for 218 days. That'll make her the...
Certainly an impressive feat, but now is not the time to celebrate just yet.
Dana Brooke with a snapmare takedown now of Bayley. And then call yourself role models. Legit trash, if you ask me.
Of the tools that it takes to really make it to the top here in WWE, but much like we talked, Dana Brooke has not been able to do recently.
The boss, Sasha Banks, has not been able to keep. The good news is she'll need a new mama once I'm done with you, Lacey.
But that said, Sasha knows exactly what she's doing. Banks is a master
here. And Brooke, nice suplex to Banks. Frustrated last week, talked about how 2020 may be her year. She's going to keep.
Is overly emotional. If Lacey's not careful, Banks and Bayley will...
Because of that emotion, Corey.
And again, you can question the motives of time women's... Banks is the real deal. And Bayley, as you mentioned, almost the long...
Bayley wonders. Cover now on Brooke and a kick out.
The mush.
She'll take her SmackDown Championship most likely into 20... You know, gotta be careful though. And Corey, and as we learned in Madison Square Garden last night, anything can happen. Out by Dana Brooke, the United States title from Rey Mysterio.
WWE, it's the God's honest truth, as we've seen since the outset of the show. You never know what's going to go down.
Brooke trying to make a tag to Lacey off the apron, and Dana Brooke looking to rally here and a step up in
to make it to her own corner where Lacey Evans is waiting anxiously. Bayley back
up to the corner. Sasha will make the tag. Here comes Bayley, and here comes Lacey. Oh, a nice swinging neck breaker by Evans.
Great awareness.
Sasha just hurried.
Oh, Sasha got
right to the chest. Lacey's fired up.
Down across the ribs of the SmackDown Women's Champ.
Lacey heading up to the second rope. And Banks will break things up. Lacey Evans almost... And Lacey now in pursuit of Sasha Banks. Intercepted into a belly to belly.
Banks dumps Brooke to the outside.
Yeah, but now by Sasha and Bayley.
Double super Bayley or Banks realizing.
Oh, a woman's right. And Sasha behind. Illegal. She's legal. Dana's legal. And Sasha. Oh, here we go. Brooke's got a tap. The match.
No doubt about it. Very impressive effort from Dana Brooke and Bayley. Always on the same page. You're just almost always
this, and the woman's right connects to Bayley.
Flattens Lacey for the moment. Dana Brooke tried her best to steal him.
To the chagrin of Lacey Evans, it was indeed boss time. Here.
I mean, 2020.
Really in particular.
What? The great Mandy.
Stop it, doll.
Come on. Wait. This is so informal.
No.
You really shouldn't have. This is so sudden.
No.
I wouldn't feel too special about this because I'm pretty sure.
What are you doing?
I'm just touching her. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about it. Listen. What would Otis... Right? These are Jordans, so. Anyway.
Well, the matchup that was in doubt and changed throughout the night is back. The winner advances to the Royal Rumble, where they will face the Fiend.
Stakes. Corbin, Bryan, Miz, the win. Rumble.
Outset here, Miz and Daniel Bryan working together. About Bryan and Miz's fatherly skills.
Well, also, don't forget that later tonight, Bryan will kick out. Remember, rules of a triple threat match, countouts. We touched on this earlier tonight.
The blows again.
And Miz driving Daniel Bryan into the corner.
Daniel Bryan picking up speed. Uh-oh!
Suicide dive. Will not. Steps and post Miz now. Shoulder into the post. Bryan and Miz go shoulder first into the barricade.
Trying to minimize his own impact, might have tweaked it. And just watch King Corbin dominate by King Corbin.
King Corbin, who said at the start of the show, and now turn the tables on the King.
Desperation jawbreaker.
And Baron Corbin, oh, and he takes out Daniel Bryan. Just Corbin, choke slam.
King Corbin is running roughshod over the competition. Universal Championship.
Imagine what a win tonight, how that would cap off what is
this one more time. Up and down the lower back of
match at WrestleMania. King Corbin won King of the Ring. As he mentioned, he defeated by hook of the leg, and Bryan at 2 in near fall.
What it would look like to have the Universal Championship around King up fairly well at the moment.
And Bryan tweaking it as he oh, and that's vintage Miz. Right in the middle of the ring, Miz favoring his show.
Well, you can't discount the beating that King Corbin suffered earlier in the night from Roman Reigns.
SmackDown gets to Memphis, Tennessee for the first show of the new year next. Again, Bryan and Miz working together. Look at this! Corbin
Deeks connects.
Bryan continues. Who's heading to the Rumble for a Universal title match? Out by the mid. And now, cover of Daniel Bryan. And back and forth for the Universal Championship. King Corbin is also involved in this match. And no countouts, no disqualifications. Face first. Fighting back against King Corbin. Miz could not wait to get his entire career. Fiend either yet.
Absolutely right.
Going for the figure 4 leg lock.
This has used the figure 4 to great success throughout his career. King Corbin.
A Rumble match. Corbin's close to tapping out. Daniel Bryan. Got to get the shoulder up.
Miz needs to relinquish the figure 4. Daniel Bryan with the pressure on the figure 4 by turning Corbin over.
And now Miz safe.
Once again, all men are down in Houston at the Royal Rumble.
For King and feet getting their hands once again on the Fiend.
Verify that Daniel Bryan has a few screws loose. Nothing will.
Now Miz starts to throw punches and drives Daniel Bryan. And Corbin misses wildly. Miz has got him looking for the skull-crushing finale. To go to the Rumble. Daniel Bryan will not allow it to happen.
Back up from that.
Miz wasn't getting up. Daniel Bryan lands on his feet. Running knee! Can Bryan come on? A super kick. Remember, no disqualification. Over on Bryan. And now who the? Oh no! Punch! Roman Reigns just called big dogs here. And King Corbin have brawled out of the arena. Corbin does not return. The winner will face the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
What's at stake? What it's going to take to keep Daniel Bryan down.
And there.
Daniel Bryan looking to anchor himself.
Oh, and Bryan.
Core strength by Daniel Bryan.
Could be closing in on a victory because of the situation with the Fiend. And Miz with so much at stake as well. An opportunity personally to get out from the second rope with Daniel Bryan in trouble. Miz softening up the legs.
That's shin
for the figure tonight.
Take a look at from the middle.
Daniel Bryan, you made these Guinness. And now Miz has put them into his own. Bryan back on his feet. Goes Miz in the eye.
What an open. You gotta wonder how much power's behind these kicks. Daniel Bryan's.
Miz this time catches Bryan and right back to the knee. ultra-aggressive Miz here tonight.
Speaks to Miz's mind, so reliant on his legs for most of his offense.
I'm not sure if Daniel Bryan's even going to be able to stand
The DDT too.
And again, he's trying to weaken both to set up the fig
Plant to deliver the kicks, punches, strikes. All of those strikes begin
momentarily. Bryan back to his feet. Miz launches himself off the top rope. Daniel Bryan. Shoulder issues earlier on in the matchup. Daniel Bryan trying to target out of this, doing a good job so far countering. How much does Miz have left? Shoulders down. Oh, and a near fall for Miz. Almost stole one though. Bryan trying to rally, trying to slowly make it back to his...
The Yes Movement beginning to rally here in
SmackDown of the year here on Fox, and so much at stake. Miz caught him. Miz, skull-crushing finale. Miz with an upper figure four, center of the ring. Can Bryan hang on? Is
no escape.
The rope wants him. The figure four locked in. Bryan to his submission.
Miz raking at the eyes of Daniel Bryan.
And Daniel Bryan looks to reverse into the armbar once again.
Hips out.
Yeah, Miz trying to scramble away. Daniel Bryan trying to get it locked. Do here? Is it Daniel Bryan's night?
But Miz still has his hips to the side. Daniel Bryan. Oh,
and he taps out.
Your winner by submission, Daniel.
January in Houston. Daniel Bryan with a Universal Championship.
He has wanted for all this time. Another chance.
And this is a friendship that never ever.
Wowie, you did it!
Now, I mean, you're about to have so much fun.
It's quite done with you just yet, Daniel. Are you willing to let him in?
You have your answer. And entitled